When people imagine life aboard the RMS Titanic, they often picture grand staircases, luxurious dining rooms, and elegant passengers. Please subscribe. But beneath that world of comfort and style was another reality, one defined by hard work, limited space, and constant responsibility. This was the world of the crew, the individuals who kept the ship running and ensured that everything functioned as it should. The crew of the Titanic was large and diverse, made up of different roles and responsibilities, from engineers working deep within the ship to stewards attending to passengers. Each group had its own environment and daily routine. Their living conditions reflected their roles, with space and comfort varying depending on position. For many crew members, living quarters were located in the lower sections of the ship. These areas were practical rather than comfortable, designed to maximize efficiency and accommodate a large number of people. Bunk beds were common, often arranged closely together in shared rooms. Privacy was limited, and personal space was minimal. The environment in these quarters was shaped by the ship itself. Being located below deck meant limited natural light and a constant connection to the sounds and movements of the vessel. The hum of machinery, the vibration of engines, and the motion of the ocean were part of everyday life. For engineers and those working in mechanical areas, these conditions were even more intense, as their work placed them close to the ship's core systems. Despite these challenges, the crew developed routines that allowed them to function effectively. Their schedules were structured around the needs of the ship, with shifts that ensured continuous operation. Rest periods were limited, and work could be demanding, especially during busy times or unexpected situations. Food and basic necessities were provided, but the experience was different from that of passengers. Meals were simpler, designed to meet practical needs rather than provide luxury. The focus was on sustaining energy for work rather than creating a dining experience. One of the defining aspects of crew life was the sense of responsibility. Each member had a role to play, and the smooth operation of the ship depended on their performance. This created a culture of discipline and coordination, where tasks were carried out with precision and reliability. At the same time, there was a sense of community among crew members. Living and working in close quarters created connections, shared experiences, and a collective understanding of their environment. These relationships were an important part of daily life, providing support and familiarity in a demanding setting. When the iceberg struck the RMS Titanic, the crew's living conditions and routines were suddenly disrupted. Their roles shifted from routine operation to emergency response. The same spaces that had been used for rest and preparation became part of a rapidly changing situation. Crew members moved quickly to carry out their responsibilities, guiding passengers, managing systems, and responding to the developing conditions. Their familiarity with the ship allowed them to navigate its structure and adapt to the situation. The environment they had lived in became the setting for their actions during the crisis. Looking back, the living conditions of Titanic's crew provide insight into a part of the story that is often less visible. They show how the ship functioned behind the scenes and how the individuals who operated it experienced daily life. They also highlight the contrast between different parts of the ship. While passengers experienced comfort and luxury, the crew worked in practical, often challenging conditions. Both realities existed at the same time, connected by the structure of the ship itself. More than a century later, understanding the life of the crew adds depth to the story of the RMS Titanic. It reminds us that large events are supported by many individuals, each contributing in their own way. In the end, the crew's living conditions were not just about space or comfort. They were about responsibility. They were about routine. They were about the people who kept everything running. And when the moment came, those same people became a crucial part of how the story unfolded. Not in the spotlight, but behind the scenes, where the ship truly lived.